What if the most overlooked character in American literature finally told his own story? In James, Percival Everett retells the adventures of Huckleberry Finn, but this time from Jim's eyes, an escaped slave who emerges as the true hero, fully human, fully voice-driven, and fully subversive. This is a novel that doesn't just rewrite a classic, it reclaims it. 1. Reclaiming Jim. Everett centers Jim, who insists on being called James, the runaway slave from Missouri. When he overhears his owner planning to sell him away from his wife Sadie and daughter Lizzie, James escapes and heads for Jackson Island. But this time, he's not a shadow in someone else's story. He's the narrator, the thinker, the driver of the plot. 2. Code switching as survival. James is smarter than he seems. Around whites, he uses a slave filter, dialect that meets their low expectations. But in private, his speech is literate, precise, philosophical. This duality is survival and subtle defiance. 3. River Voyage, Reborn. On Jackson Island, Huck Finn resurfaces, his presence in the sequel reframed through James's perspective. Their journey down the Mississippi unfolds anew. Floods, storms, grifters known as the King and Duke. But whereas Twain's novel focuses on Huck's moral growth, Everett frames these events as part of James's lived trauma and sharpened wit. 4. Performing blackness. Everett forces James into minstrelsy, blackface performances with Emmett's troupe under the guise of an indentured servant. It's grotesque, satirical, and devastating, exposing how suppressed, stereotyped blackness becomes a commodity, a theme as timely now as it was in 19th century America. 5. A quiet, observant resistance. James debates philosophical heavyweights like Voltaire, Locke, and Rousseau in his dreams, using humor to pierce white liberal hypocrisy. He's not just a survivor, he's a thinker who seizes narrative control. 6. Agency overcomes victimhood. Unlike Twain's Jim, who's portrayed as gentle and passive, Everett's James makes active, sometimes harsh choices. He kills to survive, he escapes emotionally and physically, and remains driven by rescuing his family. His own story, etched in a stolen notebook, is the real manuscript of freedom. 7. Huck's hidden truth. In a powerful twist, James reveals Huck is his biological son. This reframes their bond entirely. Huck is not the moral center, James is. The moral clarity of loving your own blood becomes deeper in Messier. 8. A new American epic. Everett parallels Twain's final episodes, escape, moral confrontation, violence, with added emotional weight. James chooses agency in every step. He endures betrayals, manipulates situations, confronts violence, and pushes through with resilience and stylistic grace. Narrative authority. Everett gives voice back to Jim, the central character denied a true story for over a century. Language as power. The slave filter becomes a weapon. James uses language, both coded and proper, to subvert expectations. Performance versus identity. The minstrel scenes expose how black identity was commodified for white audiences. Moral clarity versus moral complexity. James is brave, calculating, and human. He embodies true empathy, fighting to protect, rather than passive in moral arithmetic. Wikipedia. Historical reckoning. Everett engages Twain's legacy, not to insult it, but to expand it, challenging readers to reconsider cultural icons. James isn't just a novel, it's a powerful correction. It's a reminder that history has often spoken through white voices while sidelining others. If you're ready to walk the Mississippi through the eyes of a true freedom seeker, smart, wounded, defiant, and deeply human, this is your story. Pick up James by Percival Everett. Read it with your mind wide open. And if you care about stories that reshape our understanding of freedom, humanity, and legacy, subscribe so we can explore them together.